You don't see what I see every day as liberty. You don't hear what I hear, but it's so hard to live through these years. So, I just woke up and I slept in this parking lot. This is not a typical day for me because, well, I should say this is not a typical day that I wake up. Because look, see that box over there? You're going to see it in a second. Man, these winds have been wicked. I think they call it the Santa Ana winds. Crazy. Like, I thought there was going to be a hurricane. And it was awesome that perfect time yesterday I bought, it's called the Mummy sleeping bag. And so it covers like your whole head and everything. It's got like a hood. So it was warm. And I kept praying, God, oh my gosh. And normally I brush my hair. It's 4:30 in the morning. I normally brush my hair. But it's just been really so windy. It's like, okay, I gotta get to Starbucks because now I gotta get in there, change and stuff. Because I'm actually out of town right now. I'm in Rancho Cucamonga. And I'm gonna catch the 552 bus going to, I'm going back to the Metrolink. So I go back to LA. So yeah, it's really, really wicked winds now. But God bless me with that Mummy bag. My sleeping bag, well, I mean, I went and bought it, but it was a blessing that I felt like God was like, you need something warmer. And so, yeah, blessed me. I was sleeping, I was up off and on because of the winds. At one point, I think it was like 2 a.m., I got up, I had to pee, and I got some leaves or something in my eye because it was so windy. But I'm still alive. Another day to vlog on YouTube. And just a side note, when I say I'm going to Starbucks, I gotta go there sometimes to clean up, change my clothes, and then I usually get online for a little bit. Today I didn't get online, but you know, I don't drink coffee. That's the point. I don't drink coffee. I don't need it because I got a purpose, you know. And so, you know, one of the biggest things that I didn't mention this to you earlier, but one of the biggest things is that when I wake up, I thank God for everything I got. Everything, no matter how small you might think, man, she's thanking God she's got a nice warm sleeping bag. You know, that's the first thing I do. And all throughout the day, I make sure I practice gratitude because without gratitude, you won't get any more. That means giving too. That means money, giving money. I give the people at Starbucks a tip. Whenever I have cash, I give it to them. And I try to make a point to have cash on me for stuff like that. Okay, so I'm sitting on the bus, you know. And there's two people staring at me. Don't know boundaries. They don't want to stop. See, they just want to keep staring because people have compromised and they compromise on who they are and they don't know how to deal with themselves. So they want to look to me and try to get me to talk to them because they can see that love coming out of me, but they want me to make them feel better about their poor choices in life. This is most people, okay? So that has been my biggest problem is vampires. You know, people just wanting to steal my time because they don't want to deal with their own selves. You know, that and having bad customer service, just trying to get my needs met, basically. And so, in a word, people has been my biggest problem. But at the same time, it's been my biggest problem. My biggest goal is to show you that you're worth it and that you don't have to compromise. You know, and also, like, another thing with people is that not just trying to get my needs met or trying to get people to do their job so I can have my needs met, like having the salad bar out. When I go to the grocery store, they have salad bars and it's not out. And you gotta beg them. Then this person will, oh, it's not my job. Go ask somebody else. And not just a salad bar, but many things. You know, that. And then the other thing has been basically begging people to do stuff like watch my YouTube channel. Trying to communicate that I don't need you to like me, but if you're gonna stand here and talk to me while you're getting paid for it, well, then you should do something for me when you're not getting paid. Because love ain't, you know, me standing here while you're getting paid and I'm losing money. That's been the biggest thing, hardest thing to try to communicate to people is stuff like that. And so, a lot of vampires say, you know, people, just, there's a lot of places people stand. They come, stand right behind me, and then they stare. I walk away from them, and then they stare. See that? And then also, you know, the bus driver. You know, I had a certain spot I was sitting in, and I walked away just in time, right before he sat down. You know, there's so many places he could have went to sit and smoke and take his break, but instead he chose to sit by me. See? Let's go. So I am at my gym right now. I am working on my YouTube channel. And sometimes I wish y'all could see what I see every day, you know? Like if I could put a camera right here and that nobody would know that I'm filming, but the way that people react to me, that's the main thing, because I'm here to make a difference in this world. You know, I always talk about, you know, I always say that you're worth it, and I talk about self-worth all the time on this channel and on Facebook, you know, and it's really hard for me, believe it or not. The hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life is communicating, talking to you on this channel, trying to communicate effectively my ideas and my thoughts and my experiences and my feelings and the way that I see the world. And you know what? It's not just the way that I see the world. It's the way that it's just that I'm more tuned in than most people, okay? And it's been hard because, you know, all my life I was told that I was worthless by many people, and not always just in saying that you're useless or you're worthless or whatever. Not just people saying those things out loud, but the way they treated themselves and the way they treat you. I mean, you all know people can be jerks, and that's because they don't like themselves. So for me, I don't want to be like everybody else, so it's been very hard, and I realized that a lot of the things that I thought were just wrong, you know? Like, I was just in my gym, and things I thought about self-love and everything, you know, because how am I going to complete my mission? This guy comes in my gym, and he tries to talk to me. Now, he's got money coming in a pretty good amount, but he's not happy, obviously, because he has to talk to every woman that he sees at the gym and probably everywhere he goes. He probably wastes a lot of time, but you know something? I am not your distraction. I'm the main attraction. I have things to do, you know, and now that I know my worth, like, oh, when he walked away, that little puppy dog look on my face, because I was like, I'm working, and I didn't feel bad about it. I used to. It's been months that I've been practicing saying no to people, because you are more important to me. You are watching this and you actually know your need, that you need someone to empower you as an example. And if I didn't say no, and if I talked to every man that I see that wanted to talk to me, or even every person, every woman, you know, I would never get anything done. Alright, so here's another part of my day. I normally head to Sprouts. I love the store. I love the people. They're extra special to me because now I know their problems, their names, and, you know, their birthdays and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like it's a family. But at the same time, now I know that they don't care about me. I'm not being, you know, negative, whatever you want to say. I'm being realistic in the fact that if people care about you, then they will care about what's important to you. So everyone here, except for maybe a few new people, they all know what's most important to me, and that's doing God's will. And so doing God's will, it's doing this channel, right? I've been working on this channel for 3.5 years, okay? So having said that, not a solitary soul here supports that show. So now, knowing that intellectually, I forget about my heart and says, oh, you, like, I call it like survivor's guilt. Like, oh, I gotta make them happy. I don't have to do anything, because you know what? We all, number one, we all make our choices. They made their choice. If they hate the job that much, they gotta talk to everybody that's there when they're supposed to be working. Well, then do something else where you can talk to people and get paid for it. Do a YouTube channel, you know? And so they don't feel sorry for me when I'm sleeping out on the concrete. I don't either. Sure as hell don't. Because I'm a winner. My name is Liberty V Justice. There's no period in my V, because my victories never end, and yours don't have to either, my friends. This is another victory showing you that, hey, if you want to accomplish something in life, you have to, like I said, liberate yourself of OPA, other people's agendas. Now for me, when I'm at work, this is my work, and I'm not here to talk to everybody while I'm on the internet doing this, while I'm here filming, I'm not going to stop for everybody. I'm not going to stop for anybody. You know, maybe somebody's bleeding, but other than that, you know, this is my life and I'm here for you. And like I said, I wouldn't make an impact if I was here talking to everybody. So just know that this is one thing I want you to get from this little chunk, this clip, is that if someone cares for you, they will think about you, A, when they're not getting paid for it, and B, what is most important to you, or anything that's important to you is going to be important to them. You know, like you have a cat, let's say you get a cat, that cat's important to God. That cat's important to anybody in your life that values you, that cares for you, okay? So remember that. I'm about to turn the camera the other way, see what happens. Hey. What? You said konnichiwa?
You look so smart today.
I look smart. Oh, you
Yes,
like my outfit?
Yeah, you look so smart.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm always smart.
Never me.
Not normally?
Yeah.
I'm normally not smart. Okay. They missed me. My Sprouts family missed me. I love them. That is so smart. I felt that energy when I came in. I felt that. Make people feel like a superstar, and you will be a superstar. Okay? So, the thing about people follow me around, I have some people actually stalking me. Don't worry, Mom, I'm safe. People follow me around at the store, everywhere I go, then they keep chasing me all around when they're working or whatever. People just follow me around, or in general, trying to talk to me, always wanting my attention. See, they don't love me, okay? They don't care about me at all, which is cool that I know that now. I have become much more self-aware and enlightened, and I've had many revelations from God through this, which is all for my good, your good, and His glory. Okay? I'm just wanting to make a point to y'all that, you know, being on this path is not easy. And I have, my company's called I'm Worth It Incorporated, because I want you to know that you're worth it. Now, me having to go through all these things is so that I can be the example for you. And I'm grateful for all of this. This has been my FTX. If you're not military, it's field training exercise for becoming wealthy, for being a superstar. And I'm willing to pay the price, and whatever price I have to pay in the future, I'm going to do it, you know, because in the past I wasn't willing to pay the price. But the greatest thing in life is progress and accomplishing things that I previously, and you, same goes for you, accomplish these things that we previously thought were impossible. And life is about progress. That's what happiness is. You know, that's why a lot of people are miserable. They're stagnant. They're not doing anything to progress. And in fact, if you're not going forward, you're going backwards. Okay? So, I know now that, hey, I feel so much better about myself that I don't need people to validate me. But that's what they're doing. That's what they're looking for. And for a long time, I've been in LA for a year and a half. And for a long time, I actually, it was like, oh, it feels good. These people want to be around me. I felt like it was high school, but now all of a sudden I'm the popular one, you know. But it gets to a point where, because I'm such a sensitive person, that I really started to really care and have deep feelings for all these people. And the people that I know their names, and I know them and I see them on a regular basis. But, you know, it got to the point where I started to feel less worthy, because not only did I feel their feelings, but I knew that they really didn't care about me. So then I started to become like them and try to get them and make them love me by watching my YouTube channel and all this stuff. But now I just don't care, because I know I'm on God's path, God's best path for me, and that is not God's path. And that's the devil trying to tell me, like, hey, no, you need to do this, you need to feel guilty, you need to feel fear, feel obligated to these people. But I don't. I can still love them. I don't have to be around them. And I can also, if I need to go there and use the restroom or certain places or whatever, I can do that and not have to have a 5-minute conversation or any conversation. I could say hi, I could not say hi, and whatever I do, I'm just being led by the Spirit of God to do what He wants me to do. So it's still the same day, it's just different. It's a lot of wind going, as you saw earlier in the first clip. Santa Ana winds are here today, and it's really bad. So forgive me, I'm here with you. I love you, and just know, hey, you don't have to feel bad for somebody else's poor choices in life, okay? If you want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. So no excuses. Just know that you are the main attraction, okay? You are the main attraction. So don't let somebody else make you their distraction, okay? Just do what you have to do, okay? And do it sooner. Be smarter than me and start sooner, okay? And just stay on the path. You are worth it. This is part of my day. Usually I'm running while it's still dark out, but I'm like 5:30, but I'm just finishing up my run, and I'm like, you know what? Whatever I do now, if I do it now while I'm homeless, you know, and all these things that's going on in my life, then guess what? I could do it anytime, and y'all ain't got no excuses, put it that way. I want to empower y'all, okay? So I decided to run every day this week. I'm running 30 minutes or more, if that's how long it takes to get around this route. But I'm going to run 30 minutes, and then next week it's going to be, starting Monday, 35 minutes, because I'm doing my first ever marathon. I'm doing a turkey trot. It's a 5K, which is 3.1 miles, and it benefits the Midnight Mission, which helps homeless people. So it's like $35, but I'm gonna do it. It's my first. I've been wanting to do this for like 3 years, ever since I started running, and now I'm gonna do it. So just do it. No excuses. You are worth it. God, grant me the serenity to accept the people I cannot change, the courage to change the person I can, and the wisdom to know it's me. This has been the biggest thing that I had to learn. And when I say learn, obviously I know this intellectually. My heart is very stupid, and that's just like many people out there. You know, I have had to deal with a lot being homeless. So this is part of my documentary, because this is part of what I had to learn being homeless. Let me tell you something. This is the most important thing that we all need to learn. Emotional control. We have emotions, fear, guilt, obligation. No, we don't need that. Those things do not serve us, and it makes us play small, and it does not serve God, and it does not serve the world. Now, I always say that I'm here for you. I want to change the world. Okay, that's great. But realistically, the truth is, and spiritually, I believe all things are possible with God. But for me, I am not God. And many people today are 1,000,000% against their own happiness. And you can tell by the way they waste their time, the way they lie. They're not honest about their intentions. They're not honest about who they are. I can go on and on. But for me, I am a strong, confident woman. And there has been a divisiveness between my new paradigm and my old paradigm. Who I used to be in the past was very, very weak emotionally. Okay, emotionally, I had so many bad, negative things, guilt hanging over me, fear. You know, I always felt obligated, like I owed people things. No, I felt their feelings, and I felt that it was my job to make other people happy. I thought it was my job to try to make people do things that they're not willing to do. You know, trying to make people get off drugs. Trying to make many things. Like today, I see many people, oh, you can do it. I used to give speeches to people all day long until vampires just taking from me all day long, but it was my choice. I allowed them because I thought that it was my job to try to change somebody, to see them go through the changes they need to do. But you know something? I realized something, that I am the only one that I can change, and I realized that me going around trying to help everybody, encourage people, and all this stuff, it was just wasting time. And it is not God's best path, you know, because I was being very selfish. Because the negative selfish. Now I'm selfish in a great way, because there are many people out there who need me, or they need a person in their life. They need me to do this. God needs me to focus on my YouTube channel, on my speeches, and to empower you with the wisdom that I have received these past few years. And so for me, I have been the past couple of months, I've been becoming more and more focused. And so I noticed that one of the things is think about this and only this. Don't think about, you know, don't get worried and have fear. Feel the feeling in my body that I am confident I can do this, you know. And so just looking straight at the camera, and it's hard sometimes because you feel those neurobiologically, scientifically, we feel other people around us. We can feel that. And we want to turn, we want to, you know, but that is just, it's so hard sometimes, but that is essential. Just keep looking straight. The Bible says it. Look straight ahead and you will be on the straight and narrow on your path to prosperity. So I have so many places that I have taken myself out of certain places, and I'm going new places to film and going new places to eat, and I'm meeting new people and doing new things. So I am so proud of myself that I'm sticking to this, and I'm getting back on, well, I'm getting on track, I guess I should say, because now I have finally learned my lesson. It was so draining to me being around all those vampires all day, every day, just trying to encourage people and empower them. And then it got to the point where I was just so angry, because they say all anger is self-anger, and it is, because then these people try to act like they care about me, and hey, come talk to me. Well, I'm getting paid for it. But guess what? I wasn't getting paid. And I thought, oh, now these people like me. Now they're going to subscribe to my YouTube channel. They're going to comment on it. They're going to share. And I'm going to get this thing going. All these people that I know. But you know what? I found out, no. People don't give a crap. In this world today, people don't care. Now, I'm not being cynical. I'm not being negative. That's just a fact. So, but I care. I care, right? And spending my time talking to people that are getting paid, or even if they're just at my gym, they're a member and they want to talk to me because they want to waste time because they don't know how to be alone. Well, guess what? That doesn't do anything for me. Me getting people and empowering people from my channel that are already on that path, you know, that's what I really enjoy. You know, I enjoy being here for you, all of you, and the greatest people are here on my channel. And so I can't make anybody do anything I want to do. I just want you to remind you that that you can't make anybody do anything they don't want to do. So, but when you're on your best path and you're being who God wants you to be and you're true to yourself, you're going to attract other people who are like you and who will support you. So don't ever worry that you're not going to have people around. You know, don't ever worry about that. You know, and so I just want to thank everybody from Summit of Greatness. There's too many people to name. Okay, I'm going to name 2 people, 3 people, but there's going to be 3 major people, 4. I want to thank everybody who's watching my channel, everybody who's subscribed and commenting. Thank you. Mwah, mwah. Love you so much. And because this is hard, but you are worth it. I'm doing this to empower you. Okay? So, but I want to mention 4 people. I want to mention Esteban and Louise, your girlfriend. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support. And I also want to thank you so much to Josue. These 2 people both have YouTube channels. I will post them below. And also, I want to thank my friend Mario from Fit Body, Fit Mind. He's also my coach, one of my best friends in the whole world. Really amazing man. And my friend Danson Jansen, who I met at Summit of Greatness as well. All these people are amazing. I met these people through Lewis House at Summit of Greatness. And all my inner circle people, I love you guys so much. And just remember one thing. God, grant me the serenity to accept the people I cannot change. the courage to change, the wisdom I can, and the wisdom to know it's me. And as Tony Watley says, another amazing man, thank you so much for your support, Tony. Once you spend time, you can't get a refund. So spend time today doing what's most important for your mission and your vision, because you are worth it and the world's waiting for you. Love you. If you like this documentary, if I have taught you something, or if I have just added value to your life, then show me some appreciation. Subscribe if you haven't done that already. Like, comment. Sharing is caring on all your social media. It's really going to help me out. My goal is to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of November 2018 so that I can start to earn some money. Thank you so much. I'm here for you. You are worth it.